Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. How is everybody this week? Welcome, 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 welcome. Wow, Tina, you're on it. You're like, pick me. Thank you. I did. I got my hair done yesterday. I was starting to get bored with it. And then she was like, oh, let's do a blowout. So I haven't seen like my hair this straight in a while. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty. So yes, so lots of people are like, pick me in the chat. So go ahead, type into the chat what you'd like to be coached on, anything you'd like to be coached around, and I'll go through them all and I will just pick it random. So go ahead, put that into the chat. Mm. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else typing in? I'll give you another minute. I know sometimes you're like typing super fast. Okay. All righty. So let's go with Lisa. Gonna pull you up. There you are.
Hi,
Hello.
thank you for choosing me.
First. All righty.
I'm going to try to switch over to the computer real fast.
Yeah, no worries.
There goes switch. Your hair looks lovely.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty. There we go. All right. So, what would be the most important thing to talk about today? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. There we go.
I feel like I'm making progress every day, but I am completely incapable of planning, it seems. Well, no, that's not entirely true, but I'm I feel very unable to fill out those keys to unlocking your future forms. I feel like there's just so much going on. I have to deal with wherever it is that day. And sometimes it's because of my body. Sometimes it's because of Nicholas. Sometimes it's because of an animal, something happened. Um, I'm, uh, I feel like my joke is, and it does actually kind of feel like this, like I've taken on my imaginary sister's 5 children plus my own life. And, and you just know you have too much to do, but you have to do it. So, I want to maintain my sense of humor and my ability to, stay in cause and keep with having some flexibility to handle, things as they go. But I want to feel more convicted that I can put energy towards things. I was all set. I was getting ready to do all of that. And then I invited someone to come stay here, actually from the GU community, and was deeply disrespected. And they did a massive mushroom trip on my property and screamed and laughed all night long right underneath my bedroom window. And it took me 4 days to recover. So now I'm feeling just less confident that I've got this. You know what I mean? It's like something keeps coming along. And I know it's me on some level and I have people who are helping me this morning. I created the first draft, the first solid draft of a landmate ad. And I'm going to send it to this other guy that I've known for 10 years who's a community builder, and he's going to give me his input and all of that. So it's like there are things in place, but what can I do this summer to get some money going? And what can I do to help make this move? I'm going to have to ask. It's so much. It's so much.
So, what would you like to have at the end of this call?
I'd like to be able to see more clearly and hold myself in that clarity and just bite off the elephant one bite at a time, but know what I'm doing as opposed to just feel like I'm trying to bite anything that's by my face and hope that, I don't know. Does that make sense?
So, how are you going to know that you know what you're doing?
Um, my faith in myself will be clear and intact. I do have faith that I'm seeking the right things. I just don't have faith in myself to manifest them. I'm having trouble manifesting. I'm having so much trouble focusing on manifestation that I have pulled up Mary Morrissey's manifest ad probably 30 times in the last month, and I have still not watched it. I'm having trouble listening to the meditations. And now that all this political stuff is activated, I'm having even more trouble. I am listening to binaural beats some, which is helping. It's structure. I want to create more structure for myself. And I have no hair. There we go. Yeah, I figured there's some other people in these similar situations, so that's why I pushed for myself.
Alrighty. So,
I'll say I'm feeling good about the fact that I'm clear that Nicholas and I do not want the same things, and that his lack of willingness to define himself is a clear indication that he is not what I need here. Maybe he can come back and be here. I'm fine with him being here as a additional member of society, but he cannot be my only person. He cannot be my best friend. He cannot be my partner. He just doesn't want to be those things. So I feel good that I'm clear of that. There's a part of me that's afraid that I'm going to give up on that because I'm afraid of being here long term by myself. I'm not afraid of being here for weeks by myself, but for months I am. I am in the middle of nowhere. And like, I still don't have a truck. I still don't have, I mean,
okay,
just there's
we're
just
gonna
signs everywhere. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna chunk you up a little bit. Let's get
Okay,
at
chunk
those
me up.
details. You're getting lost in the weeds. It's all good, right?
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
like, look at all of the things that are not working.
Yes, I
We're
could
gonna come
spend
up.
hours talking about it. It's not necessary.
Yes. So we're gonna Good.
Things are working also. There are things that are working and they are giving me confidence too.
Good. So when you think about having to just take things day by day and you're not able to plan things out into the future and you're really just surviving day to day, what are your negative thoughts and emotions?
Fear, shame, um, doubt, um, confusion, uh, I mean, conviction also, uh, hope, wish, and want, just
Negative thoughts and
overwhelm. Huh?
emotions. Negative thoughts and
Oh,
emotions.
negative. Right. That's right. Yeah. Overwhelm, um, defeat, stupidity. That I'm the stupid idiot who set myself up for it to be exactly like it is. Sadness, grief. And the question, when does this get to shift? When do I get to be done with this stupid story?
What would happen if it doesn't shift?
Uh, I don't get to serve. I live an existence that feels sad and smaller than me. I feel boxed in. I feel pathetic. I mean, there is some joy in simplicity and going as small as possible, but long term, that's not okay.
So if you don't get to serve and you're living a sad and small existence and you're essentially boxed in, how is that a problem?
I don't feel free. I don't feel, I mean, I love Ralph. I think it's Ralph Waldo Emerson who said, when I die, I want to be used up. And I've been thinking about that since I was a teenager. I want all my cells to get to participate in life. I want to, I want to feel like I've lived and I will feel like I'm squandering this precious life opportunity and this amazing thing I know I can do that I'm afraid to ask for. I think my biggest fear is that I don't have the right to ask others to join me because that's not in my control. So I freeze when I go to ask people, or I ask in dumb ways, or I ask with my head, or I ask with some kind of panic that I'm not grounded.
What's your definition of living?
Being in accordance with nature and my own passions. I think that's fully living, providing health and well-being to myself and others, providing being in a state of joy and curiosity, where work feels more curious than tedious. Thanks for love, everyone.
So if you never get to actually truly fully live, What are you afraid of?
I mean, the words that are coming up are squandering, missing out, wasting, wasting opportunity. Being a loser. I mean, losing the chance to make the most of life school, not coming into my own, not being fully grown, not enjoying the beauty of being fully grown, where I'm utilizing the laws of physics that were given to me,
What are you
being a quantum being.
what are you actually afraid that you're going to miss out on if you don't go live?
Love and community that's love and completion that feels loving.
So because so if this problem doesn't get solved and you don't get to go live and you have to go live your life never fully experiencing love and what that means and what it feels like and to just continuously have it unconditionally in your life, if that doesn't happen, what do you take that to mean about yourself?
I miss the boat. I'm I'm missing. I'm under I'm underachieving, I'm underutilized, I'm undervaluing myself. I'm I'm not finding out. I'm not free. I'm trapped. I'm enslaved to stupid ideas and stupid beliefs.
So what's your definition of love?
Well, my simplest, non-contextually applied definition is the absence of scarcity. And I say it that way because you check in and you're like, yeah, nothing's missing. I feel as an innate sense of peacefulness. And that allows all the positivity to be applied in contexts. I feel that with my animals. I feel we don't really.
How is it a problem that when you're identifying love, you're actively looking for something that might not be there?
Yeah, that's a problem.
So how is it a problem?
Well, it's turning on the antimatter of it and then making my attention be in effect instead of cause.
So if you're constantly putting yourself into effect because the only thing that you're looking for is love, but by doing that, you're putting yourself in effect, how is that a problem?
It's a big problem.
How specifically?
Well, it's very sad. I'm with someone who says no almost all the time for fun, even. How is it a problem that, well, I'm missing out all those other words that I said. I'm
Nope.
missing out.
Go back. You
Okay,
popped
ask
out of it.
again. Ask out of it.
Popped
Ask,
out of
yeah.
it. How is it a problem that the one thing that you're searching for in order for you to be living, in order for you to be truly living, you're looking for and needing to experience this unconditional love, yet when you're doing that you're constantly putting yourself in effect? How is that a problem?
I mean, it's ruinous.
what specifically is it ruinous to or for?
My first idea is everything.
So what do you take it to mean about yourself that the thing that you believe is actually going to give you what you want is actually what's causing all of your problems?
Well, that certainly means I have flawed logic going. If I have flawed logic going, then that means I'm doing it wrong. And that can be a positive to realize because then there's
No,
a solution
no,
to find.
no,
Okay.
no. Stop. Stop it. Stop
Okay.
positively reframing and justifying things. You've done it 4 times. I've let them slide. Not, no, not anymore. Stop it.
How I was raised. I'm working on it. I don't want
You
to do
need
it
to
anymore.
look, you need to look at the shit.
I do need to
You
look at the
actually
shit.
need to like be in it. Stop trying to take yourself out because you're not going to learn what you need to learn if you're
Okay.
not going to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel.
I'll do my best on my own and remind me if I fuck it up again.
Yeah. So, what do you feel when you know that you have this flawed logic and you're doing it wrong?
I feel shitty. I feel disappointed. I feel tired. I feel foggy. I feel that I need to go back to a smaller goal.
So, what do you take it to mean about yourself that you're doing it wrong and that you are feeling this shitty and disappointed and tired and foggy and that you need to diminish the things that you want?
I feel like a failure.
And when you think about being a failure, what do you feel?
Grief. I mean, I feel all the feelings. Anger, fear, what is it? Anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt. I feel all of them. Um, Anger only sometimes, sadness all the time, fear most of the time. I think sometimes I feel apathy because I can't even really deal with the fear. But I feel also, I really do feel compelled then to fix something. And my body is one of the places that I can go to feel like I desperate to create something that overcomes those feelings. So desperate.
What are you afraid of if you actually allow yourself to feel your feelings in their capacity?
That I might break myself. Like really break myself. I don't know if I feel that. Yeah, probably. I think that's probably my biggest fear.
So, what would you take it to mean about yourself if you were to literally break yourself?
I'm unrecoverable.
So, when was the first time that you felt your feelings in their capacity and it broke yourself and you've just been unrecoverable since?
I had a thought come up. I'm not sure if it how exactly it applies, but I'll share. When I was 3, I was in the hospital I'd had my abdomen cut open cesarean section style. I'd had my ureter cut open and my kidney cut open. I had tubes in my body to drain. I was in ICU and I woke up after and I felt a enormous need for a small amount of water. And my mother was there and doing all the like adult behavior faces. Oh, honey, how are you? It was, and I said, water, I need water. And she went to the nurses and they said, you can't have any because we cut your kidney open. And I was like, just a little on my tongue would be amazing. And I felt like my soul needed this. And she said, we can't. And then I begged again. And she was upset. I mean, she was challenged emotionally by this, but she listened to them completely. And then she came back and brought an ice cube and rubbed it around the outside of my mouth, which was like pure torture. And I said, no, like, please. I mean, I've even like 2 drops had gone in. That would have made me happy. And then came back again the third time that I begged, or maybe who knows how many times I begged, but I remember 3 times. And they brought this, like, it was like a wet nap and it had like a lemon something in it that's supposed to like quench your mouth. And it felt like it had alum in it and it sucked the one last drop of water that I had in my mouth into it. And I remember in my brain saying to myself, I guess I have to manage this myself. And I started running my own energy for the first time consciously, I think. And I started trying to become as efficient hyd hydrogenatingly. I don't know. I just started managing my water and I was helpless, but I was also like, okay, I have to be my own leader here in the tiny little box that I'm sitting in. And then I felt that exact same thing years later in a different context.
When you think about being this small, like this 3-year-old who was cut open and had in the ICU in the hospital, just needing this one thing, that one thing that you couldn't get, that one thing.
And I
And you were
wasn't
feeling,
allowed to speak for myself. I mean, I wasn't allowed to be an authority in my own life.
so what were your negative thoughts and emotions during this time?
Adults don't get it. I am not seen and heard by my mother. I don't have an advocate outside of myself most of the time.
What else?
I am a survivor, and that is both good and bad instead of a thriver.
So you threw out helpless before. So when you think about being helpless, not seen, not heard, having to be this survivor, somebody who's just trying to make it through the day, what are your negative emotions?
Dismay. Um, I feel really sober, if that makes sense. So I guess that's kind of joyless. Um,
Yeah, what emotion is that?
it's a bigger picture. I feel sad for the whole world because I know I'm not the only one going through this kind of injustice. And the worst part of it is it's like injustice that's not being seen as injustice. My mom really felt like she was doing the best she could. So it just feels like I'm living this arbitrary life. Or like I'm barely even a part of it. Does that even make sense? It's like I'm not even a part of my own life. There's a phrase that I've said over, I've made me feel not real.
So what do you take it to mean about yourself that you're not a part of your own life and that you aren't real?
That makes me angry and it makes me mad and it makes me pissed off. It makes me
But what do you take it to mean about yourself? What do you believe about yourself?
it
Because
makes it I'm doing it wrong because I know that life can be more than that. So I'm missing out on the real show. Does that make sense? Am I still deflecting?
a little bit,
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, I need you.
I want you to just take it inside of your body. So just close your eyes. When you think about not being a part of your own life and feeling this helpless and not seen and not heard because you couldn't get what you needed in this hospital when you were 3. What do you take it to mean about yourself that you're not even a part of your own life?
Well, that I don't matter or really that I'm a tool, that I'm not a good tool. Maybe I'm even a weapon. I'm a weapon to myself. I mean, why do I even have a life if I'm not living my life? Why do I have a voice if my voice doesn't matter? I feel shock,
So when you think about not mattering, what are your negative emotions?
dismay, sometimes rage, sometimes fetal position feelings. I feel hurt.
That one right there.
That one.
Have you actually allowed yourself to feel all of the hurt that you have experienced? Have you allowed yourself to feel what it feels like to be hurt?
I feel like I did for years, and then all it did was it got me more focused on negativity. I really went through some phases where I was stuck in it and I didn't have the right people around me, and I grew cancer. I don't want to grow cancer.
You've got the right people around you now, okay?
We do. Thank you.
So when you were in the hospital at 3 and all of this was going on, what did you need that you didn't get?
I needed I needed empowerment. I needed advocacy on my terms, not on someone else's terms. I needed to be seen and heard on my terms. I needed inspired actions based on what was being seen and heard. That's the advocacy.
So when you think about
I think I probably needed to be held by someone who felt for me, not sympathy. Felt empathy, not sympathy. What?
so when you think about needing empowerment and advocacy and to just be held by somebody, what what really were you looking for underneath all of that, under that empowerment, that advocacy?
I was looking for collaboration in our mutual lives together.
Okay, close, but still outside of yourself. What did you need?
The ability to communicate in order to be received the way I want to be.
Love.
Yeah.
You needed somebody to love you enough to empower you. You needed somebody to love you enough to advocate for you. You needed somebody to love you enough to just hold you and just be there with you, to see you and hear you on your terms. You needed
She's
love.
like, I loved you enough to go ask the nurse what to do because they're the authority.
And based off of your definition of love, right? That makes sense. And you deserve to have a new definition of love. You deserve for love to be full of all of these positive things. So we'll build that up on the other side.
Okay.
And you needed to have love, to be seen and heard.
To be trusted.
Trust, yeah. So because you needed this empowerment and advocacy and to be held in that collaboration, right? To have the love, to be seen and heard and have that trust, what qualities and characteristics of yourself did you suppress?
First word that came up was faith. Trusting myself. I've the thing that's so weird is for example, when this person came to visit, I was very clear what my needs were. I feel like I don't just shut down. I calmly expressed in clear terms 3 times what I needed and still didn't get it. And so that just feels like there's chaos and I don't have enough structure and order that serves me. Or I'm not, I don't know. I'm missing something that I don't know how to name. Blocking it with Stockholm syndrome.
So what else did you suppress about yourself because you didn't get what you needed?
I don't know. Now I'm going a little numb.
Okay, that's okay. I just want you to close your eyes and I'm just going to read you the question again, okay?
Okay.
So when you were 3 in this hospital, you needed empowerment and advocacy and to be held and to have that collaboration, really to have love and to be seen and heard and to have trust. Because you didn't get that, what qualities and characteristics of yourself did you suppress?
My passion, my my just the person that knows how to make things happen without second guessing.
So when you know how to make things happen without second guessing, what are you?
Confident and manifesting. I guess it's my manifester that I've been blocking.
What else did you suppress?
I suppressed some hope. I suppressed some belonging. Felt like I didn't belong to a family that got me.
What else did you suppress?
Self-love. I mean, I feel like bugs are bug biting. Um, I suppressed my dreams. That's what I did. I suppressed my dreams. That's the word I was trying to figure out. Which is my inner child and my creativity. I held back I suppressed my creativity. And I see that pattern happening throughout life. I just got really excited the other day and wrote something to a friend. And before she even really tried to process what I was saying, she was like, I don't have time to participate in this. And I'm like, I'm not asking you to participate in it. I'm asking you to envision it happening. Just play with me. And we spent so much time talking about what couldn't happen that I was like, by the time, and this happens with Nicholas all the time. It's like, well, not anymore all the time, but it used to. It was just like the amount of time we took to process not doing what I asked is so much more than just playing with me. So I suppressed my faith that I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense now.
Is there anything else you feel like you suppressed?
Did I say joy?
Okay. So I want you to stay in your body.
Yes, I'm
So,
my body a little too much on my legs. So now I'm back to being in my whole body.
so just close your eyes and just feel when I say these words, okay?
Okay.
So when you know that you are empowered and you advocate for yourself, and you know that you're seen and heard and held, and you have collaboration and love and trust, and you're bringing back that faith, that self-trust, your passions, your confidence, and your manifesting abilities. You have that hope, you know you belong, and you have that self-love, and you have your dreams, and your inner child is out there being creative and playful, and you're full of joy. So when you know you're all of those things, what do you have?
I have belonging. I have faith. I have trust. I have grit. I have passion. I have my natural warrior and player are intact and available. I have love. I have peace. I have joy.
And when you know that you have belonging and faith and trust and grit and passion, and your natural warrior is there for you, like on call, and you have this love, peace, and joy, what do you feel?
I feel content. I feel engaged in my life. I feel grateful. I feel me. I feel I feel in flow. I feel like I'm doing the things.
Yeah. So when you know that you have belonging and faith and trust and grit and passion, and your natural warriors there, and you have love and peace and joy, and you're content and you're engaged in your life and you're grateful and you're in flow, what are the qualities and characteristics of yourself?
I'm a badass. Uh,
That's right. What else?
I'm a leader in my own life. I am able to plan and create and envision and time things and ask for things and expect things to work out and know if they don't one way, they do another. So adapt and negotiate and stick with.
So when you know that you have this empowerment and advocacy and you're seen and heard and held and you have collaboration, you have love and trust, you have faith in yourself, you have self-trust and your passions and you're confident and you're manifesting like crazy. You have hope and you know that you belong and you have self-love and your dreams, you're putting them into fruition, right? Your inner child is being so creative and playful and full of joy, and you know that you belong and have faith and trust and grit and passion, and your natural warrior is just there on call. You have love and peace and joy, and you know that you're content and engaged in your life and grateful and in flow, and you're a fucking badass and a leader in your life, and you have the ability to plan, create, envision, ask for things, time things, adapt, pivot, know when to, where to go, how to do things. When you know and have and be and feel and are all of these things, what can be, do you know that you can see more clearly and can hold yourself in that clarity?
What's the question?
So when you know that you are and have and be
Yeah.
and feel and all of those things, do you
Yeah.
know that you can see more clearly and hold yourself in clarity?
Do I know?
Mm-hmm. Do you know that you can?
Yeah, I feel like what's happening is life is a dance, and I like to dance.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know that you know what you're doing, that you have that faith in yourself?
I know that I know enough that I'm doing what I'm doing, and that where I don't, it'll reveal itself. In
And when you know you are all of those things, have all of those things, feel and think and are, and just embrace all of those beautiful, amazing, wonderful things about yourself. And you know that you see more clearly and you hold yourself in clarity. And you know that you know enough to know what you're doing. And you have that faith in yourself. Do you believe that you can create more structure in your life?
yes, I feel I will either have the structure or be creating it.
And one last time, when you have and be and feel and are and think and love and all of those wonderful, amazing, beautiful things, and you see more clearly and you hold yourself in that clarity and you know enough to know what you're doing and you have faith in yourself and you can create more structure. When you think about what you came here to talk about and having to deal with whatever's going on that day and figuring out how to make more money and plan, not being able to plan for the future and not having that confidence, when how is that stuff?
I just went blank.
It's not a problem anymore.
What's not a problem anymore?
That's right. All of
Right.
those things, everything you came here for, it's not a problem anymore
Yeah.
because you can see more clearly and have faith in yourself and create the structure and have that empowerment and advocacy and be seen and heard and held and have that collaboration and love and trust and have that faith in yourself and that passion and confidence and manifesting and hope and belonging and self-love, and you have your dreams and creativity and playfulness and joy and all of these beautiful, wonderful, amazing things. So when you think about being all of these things, knowing all of these things, having all of these things, what can your new definition of love be?
Holistic peace and joy.
Boom. Yeah. And
That
that's
is
what you
better than the
deserve.
absence of scarcity.
It's a lot better than the absence of scarcity, 100%. Because now you deserve to be looking for that holistic peace and joy and love in your life. And that's what you're going to start attracting and bringing in. None of that negative stuff.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you would like to talk about today in order to feel whole and complete?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it. It's just this whole tracking. I gotta, I get to, I get to love right where there is a, I guess confusion is a word. There's a disconnect between me feeling those things for myself and me feeling, I don't know if I'm saying it just right, but me attracting other people to do that with me. There's this like still a sense of unsuredness that I have. I mean, even the right to want others to share with me. So it's like I still feel sort of a sense of loneliness and that I can give myself all these things, but that I have to just sort of hope and pray on a wing that others will find me worthy of sharing that with them or something like that. Does that it's like I can't seem to, I'm an only child.
It makes total sense that you're wanting to have that love
I
come
want
from somebody
family
else.
and community, and I'm afraid to ask for it because, or ask isn't the right word. I'm afraid that I can't have it because I'm only here to do what I'm here to do. And it's like I'm not allowing myself to believe in group being for me or something. It's so,
It makes total sense that you are wanting this love to come from something, from somebody's.
I mean, I understand that my first job, and if I feel a sense of acceptance of it. I understand that. I mean, I had a flat tire the other day in the middle of nowhere, and I felt scared for a second, and then I was like, well, there's no reason to be scared. I have my tools. I know what to do. And I had the best tools I've had since the last. We have better tools. So I took care of it, and it felt nice how simple and clean it was that I could take care of that. Now, when I get home, I realize I don't have a tire to replace it with because I've been talked out of.
Okay. Okay.
So I just don't understand how to take that feeling that I feel with myself for myself and how to employ that with others, I guess. And it seems so stupid because I'm very other oriented and I get along with people.
Yeah. But
There's
Lisa,
a
right
lot.
now, it's not about other people. You need to just have it for yourself. Keep it to yourself. Be selfish.
Okay.
You don't have to share that right now.
But how do I ask for other people to join me in this if I'm also keeping it for myself? That's what's confusing to me because I need to ask for other people to come live here.
Great. There's other things that you can give. There's other ways that you can show this, but you don't have to have them understand it and feel it the exact same way that you
Oh,
are.
no, 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 no. I don't mean that. I just mean I guess I'm feeling like I can manifest for myself, but I'm uncomfortable about the idea that, or I have lack of faith that I can manifest when it comes to other human beings participating in that manifestation because they're out of my control and I understand that.
So then how is it a problem if for a couple months you are on your own and there isn't anybody else there with you?
I mean, it might not be. It might be. I don't know.
So I want you to just consider that there
Not making
doesn't have
money.
I want you to consider that there doesn't have to be somebody else there, that you need to share this and that you need to have there, and that this actually might be a great and fantastic and amazing time for you to just be with yourself and learn from yourself and grow and develop all of the good things within you. So that way you have even more to share when the world is ready.
So that that confidence is more innate and it does its own attracting. Okay. I can buy that for $1.
You can have it for free.
Okay. Yoo-hoo. Now
Okay.
I can buy 1/4 of a cup of coffee.
You can like waft the scent of coffee for $1. You deserve to have and feel all of these great and amazing things and nurture them and grow them and experience what they're like without needing to have somebody else there, because they're all for you. It's all for you, right? That's what I meant by be selfish, right? Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I have been feeling that. I've been reluctant to share a lot of things on Facebook. And when I was at my worst in the cancer journey, I had this great qigong master acupuncturist, and her mantra to me was always less talking, more exercise. So, yeah, if I wipe out my bank account, my savings, and then build it up all of a sudden in some incredible push that is actually from a really grounded, matured idea leader, then maybe that's my fate.
And also just know that as soon as you're living and breathing and being all of these beautiful and amazing things, good things will come. You won't have to seek them out. But
Right.
being okay with not seeking them out is that first step.
Yeah, I mean, and I have been feeling about my business for years that it's needs to be more yin driven than yang driven in how it becomes and how it gets filled up and all of that. So
Yeah.
I just got to put my money where my mouth is, I guess, and or my where my sense is, and live that.
So now, is there anything else you need to talk about in order to feel complete?
I feel complete now. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you are a fucking badass and a leader in your life and all of these beautiful and wonderful, amazing things. So now
And I'm
you just,
getting the coolest ideas, and I can't wait to put this business shit together. I'm just
hell yeah.
I I I just feel like I've been waiting for decades, and I'm tired of waiting. But I'm also building skills and things that make all of it make even more sense to my clients.
And look at this community, right? There's 40 people on here who are just loving on you. You
Thank
have the community. You don't have to go out and build one from scratch or find one out of nowhere. You have a community. So
If
I do
anyone
want
wants to come play with me for and learn how to be ready for whatever the next few years brings and develop confidence in nature and self, I have the perfect place for you. And I welcome your visit.
I want to open this up to any questions, comments, observations. There's lots and lots of love, lots of people resonating with all of the things that you were saying, Lisa.
Thanks.
So, are there any questions? Kate wants to know where you're located.
I'm in Northeast Arizona. I'm about 2 hours south of Flagstaff and 3 hours north of Phoenix, and I'm an hour off of I-40. Yeah, Matina, you get that van over here.
Any questions about today? I know some of you guys do have to head out. I want to be respectful of your time. It is 11 and I want to answer anybody's questions if they come up. Gizmo was giving you love. She was just sleeping.
Oh. Yeah, my animals are sleeping around. So. Hi, Gizmo.
She'll be in the she's in the Facebook group. So if you guys want to kind of reach out and just give love and hang out and things like that, you guys can all reach out to each other in the Facebook group
Or in Slack.
or in Slack if you're in the same, if you're in a similar.
Yeah, it is interesting that well, I think that if people come to visit, that I was just responding to what Emma said. If people come to visit, I doubt you'll stay here for the whole time, so it'll still be mostly me by myself.
And you can know that you have the love and the tribe and the community and the support and the structure.
Rooting me on in the ether.
Yes, you're going to be putting some structure in place and some.
I have to get Nicholas to go away. It's so distracting having somebody who is insisting that basically most of my values are not, don't matter.
So that's your next call.
That's my next.
Next.
Thank you
All right,
guys.
everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for the love, the support, holding the space. You guys are amazing. So much love to everybody. I love how active you all were in the chat. So just keep showing up, keep doing the work. You guys are amazing. And I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you,
Bye.
Isabella.
You're so welcome. Bye.